Hey everyone, Summer with the Starry Sun, and today I'm going to share what energizes me food-wise with a recipe. So this is part of this hashtag that Antoinette is putting on. It's the hashtag Season of the Witch 2024, and Antoinette is hosting it. I will leave a link to her video down in the description. It's like a 3-month-long thing, but she has different themes for each week, and this week happens to be what energizes you and to share a recipe. So sugar energizes me, just saying, you know. If anybody knows me, they know I am very much a sugar person. I love my sugar. I love my cookies. I love my candy. I love all that things. So that's what we're going to do today. We are going to bake cookies. And I am not much of a baker, which I have mentioned many times on my channel. I'm not good at cooking, but there are a handful of things I can make. So today I'm sharing my peanut butter cookies with you. And yeah. This is also hosted partially by Amethyst Ascension. She put all of this together with a bunch of people. So each month, everybody's got different things that they're doing for hashtags on YouTube. And we're kind of sharing it in her Facebook group, Divination and Spirituality. Again, I will leave a link to that down in the description as well. So let's go ahead and get started with some peanut butter cookies. Oh, I'm so excited to make these. They are 3 ingredients. That's it. That's all it is. 3 ingredients. And they're super fun and easy to make. They're really, really quick. And honestly, the hard part for cookies with me was timing. That's really the hard part. And peanut butter cookies are a little bit different than, like, say, chocolate chip cookies or anything like that, because they don't really like rise like normal cookies would. And you have to do certain things to like help them be a cookie. All right, so I'm gonna turn you around, show you what I'm doing, and we will get started. All right, and we're back, and I use Jif creamy peanut butter. Creamy peanut butter is the best for peanut butter cookies. I have farm fresh eggs because we have chickens. I've got to still wash this, and 1 cup of sugar. So what I'm gonna do is I'm going to mix the sugar and the egg together first. I'm gonna wash this and I'll be right back. All right, all washed, and so I'm just gonna mix the egg and sugar together first. Wipe my hands off. I feel like it mixes the egg better. Like if you mix the egg in before the peanut butter, I think it works out better for the cookies. You don't have to do it this way. It's just the way that I do it. But you could just put all of them in there at the same time and it's fine too. All right. Doesn't that look great? That looks great. Sugary egg. All right, now I'm gonna get the peanut butter, and it's gonna be kind of a pain in the butt. I scoop this out with a spoon into my 1 cup, and then I will scoop it out with this. So I'll be right back after I do that. All right, so that's what my cup of peanut butter kind of looks like. And now I'm just gonna put it into the mixing bowl. My light in here is really atrocious, so sorry. It's in the second part of the house, which if you've been around for a while, you know the second part of the house is actually the first part of our little tiny home. And it is much darker. The windows don't face the right direction, and the lighting in here is just, it's a lot. Peanut butter. That's a nice little treat. Yum. All right. So I'm gonna mix this in here now. And you gotta mix it really good. You wanna make sure you mix it in really good. And it's gotta turn into like little balls of cookies. Little cookie balls. And it's still pretty like gooey, which you could tell. So when that happens, we just add a little bit more sugar. That's what we do. Okay. So that's why I didn't put the sugar away yet. We're just gonna do a little bit at a time. We just need it to like kind of dough up in a cookie form. I don't know how people do it with like less than a cup of sugar. I always end up with more than a cup of sugar for my cookies. See how much that like stiffened up, just that little bit that we added? That's the important part. That's what we want it to do. See, that's way stiffer. That's like not coming off quite as easy, which is good. That's what we want. And I had to learn all this. Like, I'm not much of a baker or anything, so I did not know what I was doing. It took me many, many tries to get my cookies down and my bread. If you know, I've been trying to do more of homemade bread too, which I'll be doing later this week, because I'll be taking bread to my family gathering for Christmas. Okay, I think that's good. All right, one second, I'm gonna wash up and I will be right back again. All right, now that that's done, what we are going to do is we are going to take a little bit more of our sugar and we're going to stick it in this little bowl right here. Okay, that's not actually very much. This is like 1/4 of a cup. And we're gonna make these into balls, stick them into the sugar, and put them on the pans. But I'm gonna turn you around in order to do that because this is really kind of awkward to do in my kitchen this way. So I'm gonna turn you around and, you know, we're kind of just gonna go through that. You're gonna like see more of my hands probably than anything still, but I'll turn you around. All right, so I lied. You're not gonna see more of my hands, but this is the pan we're using, and I'm gonna do the best I can to like show you guys what I'm doing. It's really actually very simple. I just take like this much on my spoon, and then, oops, I got my ring on, and if that's gonna make it all sorts of greasy. And then I take it, it's already like in a little tiny ball, a really sticky little tiny ball, and I just push it down inside there and just roll it around. That helps with the stickiness, and of course I like sugar, so it gives it a little extra sugar. So that's what it looks like when it comes out. It's just this little ball, and then we'll stick it down like we would any kind of cookie onto the baking sheet. And this will make, depending on how big you make the peanut butter cookies, it could be large ones, it could be many small ones. I think if you do small ones, which most people do, it makes almost like 2 dozen, I think, is what it makes. But mine's not quite 2 dozen because I don't do too small of them. Yeah, I'm not really great at this. I just kind of do what I can with what I got. So that's what I'm doing. I'm gonna put all these on. I've got my oven on 350. And once I have these all done, I will put them in the oven for about 8 to 10 minutes, give or take. And then you take them out of the oven, you let them sit for another 5 minutes to kind of like harden up, okay? Now, the only other thing you need to know about peanut butter cookies is a fork. So, get a fork right here, and then I will turn you down a little bit so you can kind of see what I'm talking about. So what you got to do with the fork is you kind of just press it into the peanut butter cookie like that, and that kind of flattens the peanut butter cookie out. And with the sugar on it, it doesn't stick to the fork, so you're not trying to fight with it to get it off the fork. So now we're gonna go ahead. I'll finish up these. I'll stick them in the oven, and when they come out, I will be back to recording to show you what they look like. So excited for this. All right, so just a little before. Here's before. They're going into the oven 8 to 10 minutes, like I said. And I will show you the after. All right, we are ready to take the cookies out. Let's see. They're actually still really soft. It looks like they're not quite baked, but they are. So we're just gonna take them out and set them on the counter to cool. We are ready to take them off of this, and you can see they're kind of still a little soft. So we're gonna be very, very gentle while we do this. Come on now. And I'll show you the underside. These are still really warm. See? All done. I generally end up baking them a little too brown sometimes. So I have to be careful how long I keep them in for. Because my oven is more on the leave them in for 8-minute side rather than the 10-minute side. So yeah. So these are what I would use for my energizing. Peanut butter is a great source of energy, actually. And protein, of course, unless you're allergic to peanut butter, which some people are, and for that I am truly sorry and wish you many happy sales with sugar cookies, or many happy happiness is with sugar cookies. I don't know if sugar cookies will energize you, but I do know that my peanut butter cookies do. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed this, and I am looking forward to seeing more recipes from other people throughout this Yule season. I hope you guys have a very great day, and I only have one more thing I have to do with these, because with my baking, every time I bake, I take one of my first batches, and instead of eating one for myself, it will now be delivered to my fae folk as just a generous, friendship offering, and it goes right here on my plate. This is part of my spirituality. It's one of the few things that it only takes a couple of seconds to do, and it will be there for 24 hours, and after that it will be put out. So again, thank you guys so much for watching. Have a very great day.